Hey, let me ask you something. What would happen if your paycheck just stopped? Today, we're going to talk about a financial tool designed for that exact nightmare scenario, accident and sickness insurance. Let's break down what it is, who it's for, and if it's right for you. All right, let's start with a situation that honestly is way more common than any of us want to admit. Life has a funny way of throwing curveballs when you least expect them. And sometimes one of those curveballs can completely knock your financial world off its axis. So just pause for a second and really think about this. If, starting tomorrow, you couldn't work, and that income you rely on for everything just vanished for weeks or even a few months, what would you do? Where would the money come from?
Let's make this super real. Picture it. You slip on some ice walking to your car and fracture your leg. Ouch. Or maybe it's not an accident, but a sudden illness that needs weeks, maybe months of recovery. The average short-term disability claim keeps someone out of work for nearly 3 months. 3 whole months. But the mortgage, the groceries, the car payment, none of those stop just because your paycheck does. This is the exact gap that this kind of insurance is built to fill.
So what is this financial safety net anyway? Let's pull back the curtain, get a really clear definition, and see how it all works. At its heart, it's pretty simple. This kind of policy does two really critical things. One, it helps cover your medical bills. And two, it replaces some of your lost income while you can't work because of that injury or illness. It's really that dual threat protection that makes it so unique. So how does it actually play out in the real world? Well, on one hand, the policy helps you pay for the direct costs of getting better, things like hospital bills, surgery, or physical therapy. Then, on the other hand, it gives you a stream of income so you can keep up with your daily life. Now, it is really important to know the limitations. The stuff typically doesn't cover pre-existing conditions because it's designed to protect you from new, unforeseen problems. Okay, so like with anything, there are trade-offs, right? The huge pros are that you get coverage for both medical bills and lost wages, which gives you incredible peace of mind. And these plans are often more affordable than you might think. On the flip side, you've got to remember it's a short-term solution. And like we said, those exclusions for pre-existing conditions are there. And the income it replaces is only a portion of your full salary, not the whole thing. And that brings us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? Is this kind of coverage actually a good fit for your life? Let's run a little litmus test and find out. There are definitely some jobs where you should be paying extra close attention to this. If you're a construction worker, the risk of getting hurt on the job is just higher. Same for healthcare workers who are constantly exposed to illnesses. But this next one is huge. If you're a freelancer or you're self-employed, you don't have a big company's safety net. There's no paid sick leave, so protecting your ability to earn an income is absolutely essential. But look, it's not for everybody, and it's just as important to understand that. If you're lucky enough to have a really great long-term disability plan through your job, or maybe you've been a super saver and built up a big emergency fund that could cover you for months, well, you might already have the protection you need. It's all about taking stock of the safety nets you already have in place. Let's be honest, the insurance world can feel like a maze. All these terms sound so similar, it's easy to get confused. So let's just take a minute and clear the air. We're going to compare this policy to some other common ones out there so you can see the difference. First up, disability insurance. Here's the key difference. Accident and sickness is for the short term. It helps with both the immediate medical bills and some income. Think of disability insurance as the long-haul player. It's all about replacing your income, sometimes for years, if you have a disability that keeps you from working long-term. Now, income protection sounds almost the same, right? But again, the focus is different. It's laser-focused on just one thing, replacing a large chunk of your salary over a really long time, sometimes even until you retire. Accident and sickness is broader, covering those medical costs too, but its income replacement is usually more limited and for a shorter period. And finally, we've got accident insurance. This one's pretty simple. The name says it all. It only covers you if you have an accident. You fall off a ladder, you're in a car crash, that kind of thing. But if you get a serious illness that puts you out of commission, it won't help. Accident and sickness insurance covers you for both, which is a much, much broader shield of protection. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So to make sure this all sticks and you walk away feeling confident, let's wrap it all up with a quick and easy checklist of the most important things to remember. So if you remember anything, remember these 5 points. Number 1, it covers both accidents and illnesses. 2, it helps with medical bills, and it helps replace your wages. 3, it's designed for short-term situations. 4, It's especially critical if you're self-employed or in a higher risk job. And number 5, always weigh it against your other options to see what actually fits your life the best. Now, if after all this you're thinking, this might be something I need, or you just have more questions, that's what we're here for. Our team at The Annuity Expert can help you navigate all your options. Our advice and our services are always completely free, and there's never any obligation. You can give us a call at 770-755-1565, or just visit our website to learn more. So I'll leave you with one last thought to chew on. Take a real, honest look at your own financial plan. Is your safety net strong enough to catch you if the unexpected happens? Thanks for joining me today.